Hey everyone! Welcome back to Wild Adventures! If you're planning a trip to Cancun in 2025, you're in for an unforgettable experience. In fact, it's going to be the most insane trip of your life if you follow what I'm about to tell you. Today, I'm sharing essential travel tips that will help you get the most out of your Cancun vacation. From the best beaches and resorts to insider advice and must-see attractions. We're going to break down everything you need to know, so you don't waste a single penny or a single second of your vacation. This isn't just a travel guide. This is the ultimate blueprint to conquering Cancun. I've spent a ton of time figuring all this out, so you don't have to. We're talking about secrets the travel agencies don't want you to know, and hacks that will make you feel like a genius. Whether it's your first visit or you're coming back, these tips will make your trip smoother and way more fun. Seriously, if you follow these 7 chapters, your trip will be 10 times better than anyone else's. I'm not even exaggerating. This is the only Cancun video you'll ever need to watch. So get ready to take some notes because this is going to be crazy. Let's get started. We have so much to cover, and I don't want to waste any more of your time. We're diving straight into the most important stuff first, like when to actually go to Cancun. Get this wrong, and your entire trip could be a disaster. But don't worry, I've got you covered. By the end of this video, you will be a Cancun expert. Let's do this! Alright, first up, the most critical decision you will make: when to visit Cancun. This is huge. If you mess this up, you could be stuck in a hurricane or surrounded by a million people. The absolute best time to go is from December to April. This is peak season, and for good reason. The weather is perfect. We're talking sunny skies, low humidity, and barely any rain. It's literally paradise. The downside? Everyone knows it. So prices for flights and hotels are at their absolute highest. And the beaches are packed. It's a trade-off: perfect weather for more money and more people. If you want the best of the best and don't mind paying for it, this is your window. Now if you're like me and you want to save some money, listen up. The shoulder seasons are where the real magic happens. I'm talking about late April, May, and then again from October to November. During these months, the crowds from peak season have disappeared and prices drop like crazy. You can get insane deals on hotels you couldn't afford otherwise. The weather is still pretty great, but it can be a little hotter and more humid. You might get a few short rain showers, but they usually pass quickly. It's a small price to pay for having a slice of paradise almost all to yourself. This is the pro gamer move for visiting Cancun. Let's talk about the time you absolutely want to avoid if you hate risk. That's the hurricane season, which officially runs from June to November, but the highest risk is from August to October. I'm serious, guys. This is no joke. A hurricane can completely ruin your vacation. Flights get cancelled, resorts close, and it's just not safe. Now, some people travel during this time because it's the absolute cheapest you will ever see Cancun. You could literally stay in a 5-star resort for pennies. But you are gambling with Mother Nature, and that is a bet I would not take. It's not worth the stress, so let's break it down. Peak season, December to April. Amazing weather, but you're paying a premium and sharing it with everyone. It's like trying to buy the new iPhone on launch day. Shoulder season, April, May, and October, November. This is the sweet spot. Great weather, fewer people, and you can save a ton of money. You get 90% of the experience for 50% of the cost. It's a no-brainer for smart travelers. It's like getting the same iPhone a few months later for a huge discount. To recap, if you have unlimited money, go during peak season. If you're a strategic genius who loves a good deal, aim for the shoulder season. And unless you enjoy living on the edge and potentially spending your vacation in a storm shelter, avoid the peak of hurricane season. Honestly, I'd challenge you to find a better deal than going in May. You get the post-spring break calm and pre-summer heat perfection. Choose wisely, because this one decision impacts your entire trip. Okay, next up, where are you going to stay? This is a massive debate. The hotel zone versus downtown Cancun. It's like choosing between 2 completely different worlds, and your choice will define your entire vacation. First, let's talk about the hotel zone, or the zona hotelera. This is the Cancun you've seen in movies and on Instagram. It's a 15-mile-long island strip lined with massive, all-inclusive resorts, stunning beaches, high-end restaurants, and crazy nightclubs. If you want luxury, convenience, and to be right in the middle of the action, this is your spot. You can wake up, walk straight onto a pristine beach, and have a drink in your hand in seconds. It's built for tourists, and it does its job perfectly, but that convenience comes at a price. The hotel zone is expensive. Everything from your room to your food to your souvenirs will cost more. It's a bubble of perfection, but it can feel a bit disconnected from the real Mexico. It's like living inside a giant, beautiful theme park. For some people, that's the dream vacation. No thinking, just relaxing. If you want to just turn your brain off and enjoy pure luxury and easy access to the best beaches, the hotel zone is a 10 out of 10. You literally don't have to leave if you don't want to. Now let's go to the other side. Downtown Cancun, or El Centro. This is where the locals live. It's vibrant, it's chaotic, and it's 100% authentic. Staying here is a completely different experience. You'll find budget-friendly hotels, incredible street food for just a few dollars, and local markets where you can buy handmade crafts. You're not just visiting Cancun, you're experiencing it. If you're a backpacker, a budget traveler, or someone who craves cultural immersion, downtown is the only choice. This is the real deal. The trade-off for downtown is that you're not on the beach. You'll have to travel to get to those famous turquoise waters. But this is where it gets interesting. Transportation between downtown and the hotel zone is super easy and cheap. The R1 and R2 buses run 24/7 and cost less than $1. You can hop on a bus and be on the beach in 15 to 20 minutes. So you can stay in a cheap hotel downtown, eat amazing, affordable food, and then take the bus to the exact same beaches as the people staying in the $1,000 a night resorts. It's the ultimate travel hack. So here's the challenge. Do you want the polished, all-inclusive dream of the hotel zone, or the raw, authentic, and affordable adventure of downtown? If you want to wake up to an ocean view and have everything at your fingertips, pick the hotel zone. If you want to save a ton of money, eat the best tacos of your life, and feel like you're actually in Mexico, stay downtown and commute to the beach. Or you could do what I would do, spend a few nights in both and get the best of both worlds. You can't go to Cancun without hitting the beaches. I mean, that's the whole point, right? But not all beaches are created equal. Some are just sand and water, but others are life-changingly beautiful. I'm going to show you two places that you absolutely cannot miss. First up is Playa Delfines, which means Dolphin Beach. This is hands down the most breathtaking public beach in the entire hotel zone. The best part? There are no massive hotels blocking the view. It's just a huge, wide-open stretch of perfect white sand and the most insane turquoise water you will ever see. What makes Playa Delfines so special is the view. There's a famous wooden lookout point, El Mirador, where you can get the iconic photo with the giant colorful Cancun sign. You have to do it, it's a rite of passage. The waves here can be a bit stronger than at other beaches, which makes it fun for playing in the surf, but maybe not the best for small kids. There are free palapas, those thatched roof umbrellas for shade, but they get taken fast, so get there early. This is the spot to go to feel the raw, powerful beauty of the Caribbean Sea. I spent hours here just staring at the water. It's mesmerizing. Now, if you want to take your beach day to the next level, you have to leave the mainland. I'm giving you a challenge. Get on a ferry and go to Isla Mujeres, the island of women. This small island is just a 20-minute ferry ride from Cancun, but it feels like a different universe. The vibe here is super laid back and relaxed. The main attraction is Playa Norte, which is consistently ranked as one of the best beaches in the entire world. And I'm telling you, it lives up to the hype. It is absolute perfection. Playa Norte is like a giant natural swimming pool. The water is crystal clear, shallow for hundreds of feet out, and has absolutely no waves. You can just wade in the warm water, float around, and relax for hours. It's perfect for families and anyone who just wants to chill. You can rent a golf cart for the day, which is the main mode of transport on the island, and explore the whole place. Drive down to the southern tip to see the Punta Sur cliffs and a Mayan temple dedicated to the goddess Ixchel. It's an insane adventure. So the choice is yours. Do you want the epic, powerful views and waves of Playa Delfines, or the calm, crystal clear paradise of Playa Norte on Isla Mujeres? My advice? Don't choose. You have to do both. Spend one day taking photos at the Cancun sign and playing in the surf at Playa Delfines. Then on another day, take the ferry to Isla Mujeres, rent a golf cart, and spend the afternoon floating in the ridiculously perfect water of Playa Norte. This is how you win the beach game in Cancun. Staying at your resort is cool, but honestly, you would be making a huge mistake if you didn't get out and explore. Cancun is the gateway to some of the most incredible wonders on the planet. I'm talking about ancient cities and secret underground rivers. You have to do a day trip. The number one, must-see, non-negotiable attraction is Chichen Itza. This is one of the new 7 wonders of the world, and when you see it, you'll totally understand why. It's an ancient Mayan city, and standing in front of the main pyramid, El Castillo, is a truly insane experience. You can just feel the history. I challenge you to go with a guide, don't just wander around. A guide will tell you all the crazy secrets about the Mayans, how they used the pyramid as a calendar, the creepy sacrificial rituals, and the insane acoustics of the ball court where they played a life or death game. It's honestly mind-blowing. My practical tip, get there the second it opens. I'm serious. Set your alarm for an insane hour and go. By 10 in the morning, thousands of tour buses arrive, and it's a sea of people and selfie sticks. If you get there early, you can have the entire ancient city almost to yourself. It's a completely different and way more powerful experience. After you've had your mind blown by ancient history, it's time to cool off in the most magical way possible, by swimming in a cenote. Cenotes, pronounced cenotes, are natural sinkholes filled with crystal clear fresh water, and the Yucatan Peninsula has thousands of them. They were sacred to the Mayans, who believed they were portals to the underworld. Swimming in one is an unforgettable experience. It feels like you're discovering a secret world. Some are open air like giant swimming pools, while others are deep inside caves with stalactites hanging from the ceiling. It's like something out of a movie. There are so many cenotes to choose from, but a great one to visit near Chichen Itza is Iquil. It's probably the most famous one. It's a massive, deep cenote with vines hanging down from the top and waterfalls trickling down the sides. You have to jump from a platform to get in, which is an adventure in itself. Another amazing option is to visit a cenote park like Cenotes or Cancun, where you can explore several different types of cenotes in one day. You can kayak, zipline, and snorkel in these incredible underground river systems. So, your mission, should you choose to accept it, dedicate at least one full day of your trip to an adventure. Wake up before the sun, be one of the first people to witness the greatness of Chichen Itza, and then wash off the dust and heat by jumping into the cool sacred waters of a cenote. This is the kind of experience you'll be telling people about for the rest of your life. Don't just see Cancun, experience the Yucatan. It's 1,000 times more rewarding. Alright, let's talk about something super important that can save you a ton of money and stress getting around Cancun. You have a few options, and each one has insane pros and cons. First up, the champion of budget travel, the public bus system. The R1 and R2 buses are your best friends in the hotel zone. They run up and down the main road, Kukulkan Boulevard, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And the best part? They cost about 12 pesos, which is less than $1. This is the cheapest and easiest way to get between your hotel, the beaches, and the party zone. You just flag one down, hop on, and you're on your way. It's ridiculously efficient. Next up, we have taxis. Taxis in Cancun can be convenient, but you have to be careful. They don't use meters, so you must agree on a price before you get in the car. I repeat, agree on the price first. Otherwise, you could be in for a nasty surprise at the end of your ride. Taxis are way more expensive than the bus, especially for tourists. I would only use a taxi for short trips or if you're traveling late at night with a group. For airport transfers, always book a pre-arranged shuttle service online beforehand. It's safer and way cheaper than grabbing a taxi at the airport. Trust me on this. Now, for the ultimate freedom, renting a car. Should you do it? This is a tough one. If you're planning on doing a lot of day trips to places like Chichen Itza, Tulum, or different cenotes, then renting a car can be amazing. It gives you the flexibility to go wherever you want, whenever you want. You can explore hidden beaches and small towns that the tour buses don't go to. It unlocks a whole new level of adventure. You can be the master of your own destiny, which is awesome. However, driving in Mexico can be an experience. The roads are generally good, but the driving style is aggressive. You also need to watch out for topes, which are massive speed bumps that can appear out of nowhere. And then there's the police. Unfortunately, tourist shakedowns by traffic cops are a known issue. It's not guaranteed to happen, but it's a risk. My advice, if you rent a car, get full insurance coverage from a reputable company, obey all traffic laws, and don't drive at night if you can avoid it. So, what's the verdict? For getting around the hotel zone, the bus is the undisputed winner. It's cheap, easy, and runs all the time. For day trips, if you're adventurous and confident, rent a car. It's the best way to explore on your own terms. If you're not comfortable with that, just book a tour. They handle all the transportation, so you can just sit back and relax. Avoid taxis unless you absolutely have to. And always, always, always agree on the price first. Let's talk about money. How much does a trip to Cancun actually cost? And how do you handle your money while you're there? This is super important if you don't want to get ripped off or run out of cash. First, currency. The official currency is the Mexican peso, or MXN. While many places in the touristy hotel zone will accept US dollars, you will almost always get a terrible exchange rate. They do this on purpose because it's convenient for you, but you end up paying more for everything. I challenge you to be smarter than that. Always try to pay in pesos. So how do you get pesos? The best way is to use an ATM. But wait, don't just use any ATM. Avoid the standalone ATMs you see on the street or in convenience stores. They often have huge fees and bad exchange rates. The safest and cheapest option is to go to a real bank and use the ATM inside the bank. Scotiabank, Santander, and Banamex are all good options. Just make sure to inform your bank back home that you'll be traveling so they don't block your card. Withdraw a decent amount of cash at a time to minimize the number of transaction fees you have to pay. What about credit cards? Credit cards are great for larger purchases like your hotel, fancy dinners, or tour bookings. They offer fraud protection and you usually get a good exchange rate. But before you go, make sure you have a card with no foreign transaction fees. Those fees can add up like crazy and cost you hundreds of dollars on a long trip. Also, always ask to be charged in the local currency, pesos, not your home currency. The conversion rate your card company gives you will be way better than the one the local merchant offers. It's a simple trick that saves you a lot of money. Now for budgeting. Cancun can be as cheap or as expensive as you want it to be. If you're a budget traveler staying in downtown, eating street food and taking the bus, you could easily get by on $50 a day. You could live like a king for cheap. If you're staying at an all-inclusive resort in the hotel zone, your main costs are already covered. But you should still budget for tips, excursions, and souvenirs. A mid-range traveler, staying in a nice but not crazy expensive hotel and eating at a mix of restaurants, should probably budget around $150 to $200 per day. The key is to have a mix of payment options. Have some pesos in cash for small purchases like buses, tacos, and market souvenirs. Use your no-fee credit card for bigger, more secure payments like your hotel and rental car. And have a debit card to withdraw more cash from a bank ATM if you need it. If you follow this strategy, you'll save a ton of money and avoid all the common tourist traps. It's like having a financial cheat code for your vacation. Last but not least, let's talk about something that's incredibly important: staying safe. Cancun is generally a safe place for tourists, especially in the hotel zone. Millions of people visit every year without any problems. But like any popular tourist destination, you need to be smart and aware of your surroundings. These tips aren't meant to scare you. They're meant to empower you so you can relax and have an amazing time without worrying. First and foremost, be smart about your valuables. Don't flash expensive jewelry, cameras, or wads of cash. It just makes you a target. When you're at the beach or the pool, don't leave your phone and wallet sitting on your towel while you go for a swim. That's just asking for trouble. Use the safe in your hotel room to store your passport, extra cash, and other valuables. Only carry what you need for the day. A simple money belt or a secure bag can make a huge difference. The goal is to be a boring target. If you don't look like you have anything worth stealing, thieves will most likely leave you alone. It's a simple but effective strategy. Next, transportation safety. We already talked about taxis, but this is huge. Only use official authorized taxis. Never get into an unmarked car. If you're using a ride-sharing app like Uber, which has a complicated history in Cancun but is generally available, make sure the license plate and driver match what's in the app before you get in. When traveling between cities, use reputable first-class bus companies like ADO. They are safe, comfortable, and reliable. Don't try to save a few pesos by taking a second-class bus for long journeys, especially at night. Let's talk about nightlife. Cancun has some of the most insane parties in the world, and you should absolutely have fun, but you have to be responsible. Watch your drink, never leave it unattended, and don't accept drinks from strangers. This goes for everyone, guys and girls. Stick with your friends and have a plan for how you're going to get back to your hotel at the end of the night. Know your limits with alcohol. Being drunk in a foreign country can make you vulnerable. The goal is to have amazing memories, not to wake up with regrets. Finally, the most important safety tip of all, trust your instincts. This is a superpower we all have. If a situation feels weird or a person seems sketchy, they probably are. Don't be afraid to be rude and walk away. If an offer seems too good to be true, it is. Your gut feeling is your best defense. By being aware, prepared, and confident, you remove 99% of the risk. Now you can focus on what you came here for, to have the most incredible wild adventure of your life in one of the most beautiful places on earth. Those are my top Cancun travel tips for 2025. I literally just gave you the complete blueprint to have the best vacation ever. We covered the best time to go, where to stay, the most insane beaches and day trips, and how to stay safe and save a ton of money. If you follow this guide, I promise you, your trip will be 10 times better. Which tip did you find most useful? Was it the shoulder season hack, or the downtown versus hotel zone breakdown? Or do you have your own Cancun advice? Let me know in the comments below. I read every single one. Seriously, your comments help everyone in this community, so if you have a golden nugget of information, share it. Let's help each other have the most amazing trips possible. If you enjoyed this video and feel like you're now a Cancun expert, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more travel tips and guides. We're going to be exploring more incredible places all over the world, and I want you to come with me. Hitting that subscribe button is like getting a free ticket to our next adventure. Thanks for watching and happy travels. I can't wait to see you in the next video. Now go book that flight to Cancun. You have all the information you need. Let's go.